be perfectly honest,
Welcome
that's
back
a great business
to Contradiction.
imagination.
As always, I'm Team Friend 93.
In
In the middle of the
power
scene.
of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan!
It's 8 p.m.
Just coming.
We're dealing with the Rands. Ryan, and now we're meeting his father. Mr. Rand. Oh, I recognize that actor.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a big mad. You do now.
Fuck.
You must forgive my son.
Wow.
Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Everything.
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
Oh, but I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question. Like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan,
Wow.
would you mind leaving us for a while?
My God.
The centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
Didn't you call Ryan
you may
here
begin,
to
Mr.
talk
Holmes,
to him?
although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No,
need...
that's as is.
Oh my God.
But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, far away.
My God, man.
Thank you.
You look very scary.
Taken prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this
Paul
family.
Rand.
And I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock already.
How long do I have until? I don't remember.
How
Start from
well
the
did you
beginning.
know Kate?
You said she was a promising
I didn't know
student.
her at all. Met her a few times. At the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped out of the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she
Possible.
seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Always drunk. She was always drunk.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere.
No.
It's always a question that he'd be asking, and we never get a different answer. What about the bicycle?
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
My God. Well, at least he's quick to the answers. We're gonna go through this pretty quickly. Screwdriver. Nope, can't ask him about that. Box full of bottles, wouldn't know about that. Broken pendant.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Of the jetty.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or her killer.
Well,
Presumably.
that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
Oh, funny. Might have yours on it too, though. But can't say for certain. Simon's homebrew.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Don't really like him that much. Not a great guy. What about the Freedom Necklace card?
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. It's a
So,
bird in cage flying away.
I'm gonna...
Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
I got the
So
analogy.
do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not
For Emma?
For Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
Emma.
I've no idea.
It was Emma. Everybody's having affairs. Bought a Freedom Necklace for a student buried in a cage is on the course, and yet you can't remember where the broken pendant is from. Come on. How do people not freaking figure that out? It's doubtful that Paul would know about the broken window at the pub. What, do you think that he doesn't go to the pub ever? But yet he would know about the argument at the pub. Sure.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine.
Jeez. Okay, Paul. Moving on. Jackass. I mean, I thought you wouldn't know anything about that. Scrying mirror.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Well, not at all. Strange question.
Strange answer. What about the masks?
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Yes, Ryan uses it on the course. You should know that because you popped into the course. Hasn't seen the mask before. I mean... No interest in scrying. Alan doesn't use scrying in his course. Never use a scrying mirror. Notice the mirror is used for scrying. Atlas advertising poster.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
Yeah, I've heard that a number of times now.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
When you've rebranded from Third Eye. Business started last year. Right, we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna see if I did this, would it mean anything to you?
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause.
Yes.
Cute, really.
So cute
Which
that he's
student
carving it
did you
into a
see
tree.
doing that?
Kyle?
Sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
A tree's not public property. A tree's nature.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
It's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second.
Whew. Okay
Problem
then.
with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Somewhat.
I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
Alright then, Paul. So what about Liam?
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Of course,
Were you
everybody's
there
got
when he died?
problems.
Yes.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because
Being
of that,
drink?
he seemed perfectly happy.
I'm sorry.
Drunk.
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
So we had a bottle
Lots
on...
of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is
on
that normal
premises?
for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Of course. Alright. What about the free to be free?
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
Ryan.
I was talking to one of your students.
And also one of the students. But
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
yes.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
A little bit of
The
both.
course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that
Kinky.
most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling
does.
guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all.
My
In
God.
business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted.
What?
Do you mind closing the door?
Sure.
So, you believe
Awkward.
that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
My God, man. This is a problem with introducing a character this late in the game is that I have so much to ask him. I don't know where the contradiction is going to be in all this.
Know what this is, by any chance?
Magic
I
mint?
have no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know.
Yes, I've already
met
asked Rebecca. My
Yes,
God.
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Ryan.
So how do the two of them together? If-
I'm in control of both of them.
Bleh. That's creepy. Alright, Salvia Divinorum?
Have you ever heard of Salvia Divinorum, or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
But it
It's
is.
a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector.
No, of course not.
I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
Very good.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly.
Sure.
We don't allow drugs or alcohol in our course.
Aha, I found
We
a
like to
contradiction.
tell students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
Sure. I found a contradiction. Don't allow drugs. Where's Liam's death? I've been drinking all night at the seminar.
So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
So you just gave up and
Let
let
him
him...
stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not the police. We can't enforce these rules.
Why
If
not?
they pay their fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if
No
they want
matter
to
what
take
they
drugs?
do.
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at
Okay.
Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Sure, but...
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
But
Of course I
Ryan's
wouldn't
been
mind.
drinking
It's
constantly
past the
in
lavatories
his...
down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
But Ryan's been drinking in his office,
Whether I find
so...
alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
Right. Third eye.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda.
Goebbels?
I suppose Ryan already told you about our actual previous incarnation.
Yes.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Unless you count the suicide.
These things happen.
Twice,
Was it
apparently.
your idea?
In 1 year. Or
Suicide?
1 year apart.
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was.
That's a suicide?
As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And third eye was the same as Atlast, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
Yeah.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me
My
for wondering,
God.
Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called
Very
a coincidence,
suspicious.
Inspector.
3.
I expect they had
Next year
fast
there's
food
death.
also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
Okay. That's a lot of information. Well, I think that might be
later
all.
on, if that's okay.
That's a lot of information there, Paul.
I get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
I don't know. I got a lot of big dump of information from him there in one going. I don't think I'll need more from him.
So the kitchen must be down the corridor there, if what Paul said is true.
All right then. Let's head down the corridor. What do we have here? My God! Tea. Teacups. China. Other china and teacups and teapots and plates. Cutlery. A DVD.
Interesting.
Do not move.
Well, there's a TV right there with a DVD player. I don't think anyone will mind if I have a quick look at this.
No, of course not. Go over to the TV. There's another set of DVDs. Try a DVD from the pile. Atlas. Very nice. What do we got? Oh, I'm watching a movie inside a movie. And you guys are watching a movie inside of a movie inside a movie.
Freedom, true freedom, means freedom from many vices that society had traditionally believed to be virtues.
Sure.
Self-criticism, self-doubt, guilt. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not virtues.
No, of course not.
These are sins. Born of a fake morality implanted deep within our minds and collective consciousness by governments and religions through the ages, with the sole purpose of preventing the masses, stopping us
Okay.
from achieving the same success, happiness, and freedom enjoyed by those at the very pinnacle of society.
Okay.
I'm going to show
All that's black in
you
your future is your past.
that common morality is nothing more than the cynical creation of an elite desperate to stay in power. An elite hell-bent on preventing you from reaching your full potential
Sure.
by making you feel guilty for pursuing success. But the good news is that you can take back control. You can become the success you deserve to be.
Sure.
Atlas will give you a unique and powerful advantage. Life in all its technicolor glory can be yours. All that you have to do is to stay, embrace it, enjoy it, and learn to
Where's the
love
music coming
your
from?
ambition. Welcome to Atlas.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Do we take another DVD from the pile? I feel like if I try a DVD from the pile, it's gonna be the exact same DVD. So I'm just gonna go with this DVD. That was in a cabinet. It said, "Do not move." And you are? Okay, taking a wallet. What are we doing here?
Well, that
Okay.
was odd. Looked like someone pickpocketing. Why make a video of it?
Because it's probably par for the course. Weird business course, guys. Videotape yourself pickpocketing somebody. Sounds like I can probably walk in on the course now, right? Would that be in the lounge? No, he doesn't have it in the lounge. No, of course not. It'll be on the right.
So go.
Oh,
your
okay.
Lifting.
Sure.
Then wait. For a moment to break free. Then break free. Excellent, Hannah.
Sure.
Well, could you come back later, please?
What's going on here?
Please, leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by. Okay.
Ryan. It's very interesting there. I can't go back in there.
What's that about? Looked like they were burning woolen dolls.
Woolen?
Doll burning ceremony. What
Woolen.
a very odd course this is.
Woolen. Couldn't it just be wool dolls? Woolen. Never heard of woolen before. Very interesting. Oh, what did I find? Huh. Looks like a key of some sort. Wonder where it goes to. Car key? Back to the woods then. Head into the woods then.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Suspicious XXX DVD?
Have you seen this before?
Oh. Oh, sorry.
Yes. A doll burning ceremony.
What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a
Sure.
good thing.
Sure.
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
Sure.
So what are the masks for?
They're just to help you get into the right frame of mind. Just get you into the zone, you know, help with the trance.
Trance.
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis. We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind, you know.
So you hypnotize yourself?
How do you do that?
How do you do that?
Just stare into a mirror and chant something, you know, just say the same thing over and over again. Or you could just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe.
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotize yourself.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis.
Self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, same thing really.
Interesting.
Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis on the course. I'll have to ask around about this.
Sure. Suspicious DVD?
Have you seen this before?
No?
No,
Don't think so.
of course not. She's only been to Atlast once. Doll burning ceremony.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning, I think it was something that they did on the course. Simon mentioned it.
Oh, they
Sure.
didn't do that when you were there?
No.
No, of course not. Atlas auto-hypnotism?
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever tried it?
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it. She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Not a lot, really. I think it helped her. I think she used it as a sort of self-meditation.
Sure.